Flippy, welcome.
Flippy chose violence.
How was lunch? We had me some applesauce and jello. It was not filling. I need to get some mashed potatoes.
But that'll make you appreciate the good stuff later
Oh,
on.
yeah. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Don't go crazy, Joe.
I don't think I can.
We'll turn it into a big lose celebration when you
Oh, my God. I need to build up the big lose.
Yeah, that's a build-up.
So much.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Hello, everyone. So, I don't know how to play this game, so I'm going to use other Joe and Alex and Ray to learn how to play. We'll just start. Oh, I never got a Batman. God damn it, sheet. One character.
What's up, Tiago?
Let's see if I can find a Batman sheet But first.
Destroy Superman.
I love this building.
What does that have
I
on
love
that side?
I love the 2 pieces of graffiti.
Well, this one we got the Rolling Stones, and then we've got Alice from Alice in Wonderland all tatted up with a Jack Daniels shirt on.
Now this one just shows someone throwing up the horns that says rock underneath it on a poster. And then the other one is the cat that you normally see on a shirt. If you pull it down, it's flipping you
Oh,
off. We'll let him swing around and show you this side of it. I'm like, yeah, this is my fucking building. What's the name of this one so I know what to tweet out what we're playing?
I don't know. I don't think maybe it's DC versus the Marvel Universe or something like that.
should be on top.
I don't know if it's 2 systems in one or.
Don't
It's
tell.
DC versus Marvel Universe miniatures game.
That's long.
It is.
Don't tell Joe chat, but Hulk's gonna crush Superman.
No. Superman can move faster than the speed of light,
No, chill,
And he's got
Penguin.
frost breath.
No, I cannot.
and X-ray vision, and laser eyes. So
I'm on
any-
break
Hold up the
for
manhole cover made of
6
kryptonite.
weeks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Fuck all of that. Hey, Mittens, how you doing, buddy?
Milton, welcome.
Not Milton, Mitten.
Close enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't let Milton walk up and start rubbing up on my leg like that. I mean, I don't know you that way.
How was lunch? It was unfulfilling.
Mine was
Should have brought more applesauce.
You should have brought
I should have brought more.
Oh, he saw that laugh now. I think he's coming for you, Alex.
Yep.
Oh, beeline.
What's up, buddy?
He's like, okay, I've said hi to you. Now I want my lap. Ah! He back.
Krish! What's up, Krish? And approved. Uh-oh.
He's
Uh-oh.
really coming up. He's like, no, I did not give this the once over. Mittens is approaching the generator.
Audio Dragon, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. AJ's looking for a sheet. Then we could see what the hell's going on. It's Doom. It is.
Is it the man from Latvia? No, what's his country called?
Thank you.
Ooh, Dr. Doom?
Yeah.
Latveria.
Latveria. I was like, it's not Latvia. That's a real country.
You got V Rising? Sweet.
Is that Cronuts?
V Rising is sweet. We should make a persistent server.
Oh, first you got to check it out, make sure it's still me. Okay, he passes the check. I smush his face. I've had these beads in so many games. I've had them in Pente. I've had the blue and purple ones in Magic that used to be your life counters.
Delicious cornbread, mittens.
See, he's checking out the cat on the building, too.
25 months. Bestie, what's going on, Bestie? How are you? I saw that, Jimmy. It's running in circles.
Just make sure that the clan size is upped, and you may want to, if we're having a bunch of people play, you have to up the drop rate.
Oh.
Um,
We were about to have a whole different conversation. You
Look.
know where we're at.
yeah. Vampire clan, right?
Well, thank
Vampire
you.
clan.
I'm going to stop and go back to my tweet now because this shit was
Shura.
about to go sideways. See?
He's a cat, not a god.
Oh, audio dragging, you sweet summer child.
Luna Wolf, welcome. Yes, yesterday was a little bonus one, which I almost won, but I failed. It's close.
Oh, I saw. Even saw you up here 10 minutes before everybody else checking out. I was like, you reading the rules ahead of time? Go on, Jay. He's doing it right.
Yeah, they need to change some things about that game we played yesterday.
We'll see about that rain. No, this is DC versus Marvel miniatures game. Slip and slide.
Margaritas.
I want a margarita.
Margaritas aren't my thing. I drink one, and I'll drink them, but I think most people make them so goddamn sweet. Like, I don't need a slushy with booze in it.
Angry Mexican. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muchos nachos.
OJ is gonna be Sentry. AJ will probably be Superman. I want to be who's over there that's not gonna very good. I want to be.
You could be in the Nightcrawler and just teleport
is that
everywhere.
Drac?
Oh, I thought that was
Maybe
Moon Knight over
Wolverine.
there.
It's Taskmaster, right?
I was looking for Iron Man.
He's right there.
Again, I hadn't looked on the field yet. I was just looking at the buildings. But if they have to have their iconic people,
Punisher. His powers are guns.
yeah, show him in Clayface. He'll be like, and
They're a lot of people's weakness. Okay. Oh, how did you know?
but not anyone we're taking.
I've had a wine slushie. They make a couple of places around here do rosé slushies. Rosé all
They kind of
day.
like sangria. No, not sangrias.
Want to fight Taskmaster 5 or
Frozen
6
ones.
times?
I forgot what they're called.
Which Taskmaster? The shitty ass one that we get in the video games? The shitty ass one we get in the movies? Or
Let go! I'm not going to say let's go anymore. I'm going to say let go!
God of Thunder before watching Thor, Love and Thunder. God of Thunder.
The blue robot.
I got a lot to watch. Flippy, have you seen Mafia yet? You need to see Mafia. The Boys. Come on, you need to get on that. Is it gonna be Mafia? You're slacking too, Jimmy. You watch that Top Gun. Some good shit.
Second one?
I was going to say the
Yes.
first one?
Second one. Everyone's so sweaty and gross in the first one.
And then they're
Sweatiest-
tidy whities.
Sweatiest movie ever made. Hands down, is still Cool Hand Luke.
Cool Hand Luke.
If you've never really watched a classic, don't make me throw the shaker at you.
No, he has no idea what that is. You telling me the man who makes salad dressing is in a movie?
Cool Hand Luke.
You're the worst.
I bet Chet hasn't even seen it either.
Even Flippy's seen it.
I don't believe Flippy at all. Flippy, you're a liar.
Let go. I'm not gonna say let's go anymore. I'm
Sure
gonna say,
have.
"Let go."
Probably saw a different version.
Thank you, delicious
Thor, God
cornbread.
of Thunder is
Thank
a
you for the
0
donation, my
out of
friend.
10, according to Krish.
I don't believe you.
He says it's an F- movie. That's what Krish said.
I don't believe you, Krish.
Said that about what?
That's what he said. That's what his donation was. God of Thunder got a 0 out of 10 on
Oh.
IMDb. It's an F- movie.
I thought he was talking about Cool Hand Luke. I was about to say,
Oh, no.
It's like
normally I don't ban people. I will make an exception in that case. So obviously you were done with that skin. Wakanda forever.
Mm,
Oh, that's who I'll take. Galactus.
oh, yeah.
I'm here to save the splat. What?
Be a bronze surfer. He's from Cali.
10.
You mean the aluminum hitchhiker?
Yeah.
I gotta get back to Zinla. I can take you as far as Barton Springs.
And I never liked Galactus. Like any of the things, it's just like, I'm a celestial. You cannot even comprehend the level of power I have. And it's just like 4 little human-sized people like, I'm going to stop you because we're fantastic. It's like, nah.
It's in the name.
Because we're
It's in the
fantastic.
name, Alex.
Yeah. And he's like, well, all right, well, what do you do? She's like, I can go invisible.
Invisible.
Oh, cool. I'm Rockman, and this guy is fire, and this guy is stretchy and smart. And it's like, okay, so you're gonna take on a world-eating celestial?
The one who's literally here to consume the planet.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I believe it.
Shut the fuck up.
And then later they make Franklin Richards that is even less interesting than Galactus because he's even more powerful than Galactus. It's like, come on. We got a little nuts with the
Aren't they making a new one, right?
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Now, is Marvel going to do it, or is Fox trying to reload it again?
No, I think because I think
never gonna
Marvel
work.
because
Stop
it's
trying to make
under
it
the same
happen.
umbrella now. Because Fox got purchased by Disney, and Disney now owns the rights, so the future one will be under the Marvel umbrella instead of like another
need
third
to
party.
skip-
Still, that means they're either going to do a third origin again,
Good.
or will it be the ones that we saw in Multiverse of Madness?
Oh yeah.
So, like, who the fuck are these people?
Disney owns all.
The best Fantastic Four is actually in Venture Brothers.
Yes. Oh, he's definitely gonna be evil for sure. No chill.
Have you met him? You don't get called Angry Joe by being happy and being nice to people.
True origin story for Doom? Yeah, I want Doom to get his own standalone movie though. Doom.
What's the name of this one, Joe?
Well, this is two different games. DC Universe and Marvel Universe. They lost the license for Marvel Universe. They still have the license for DC Universe. So it's DC Universe miniatures game.
I mean, if you've got an interesting story to tell for Lex Luthor, I think he's a fascinating character that is typically underutilized, but I don't think he needs a standalone. I think he's interesting when he is alongside. If you look at the way that Stan Edgar and Homelander are really amazing when they're interacting in The Boys, if you have that in a DC movie, that could be fascinating. Where it's clearly like,
Cronuts, is it going to be like a mockumentary? Because I would love to watch that.
Stop it.
No, sure. Who wouldn't want to see a Doctor Doom mockumentary style?
A mockumentary?
That would be great. You would watch it.
You watch it.
you'd watch it.
You watch.
See, Flippy
Unless Paul
would
Newman
too.
was in it.
Michael Fassbender is being Doom?
Yeah, I mean, but Doom opens up a lot of mystical things that, I mean, even talks of like demons.
What?
and-
That Strange was supposed to more so touch on.
Yeah. I love Doctor Doom. He's a great character, and he's not even a villain because he's just Doom. They're like, well, because in his mind, he's just like, no, I'm helping.
Yep.
Unicorn Princess Zombievers is amazing. Have you watched it? Probably not. You're missing out. Fassbender's already Magneto, but Chris Evans was everyone, so that doesn't matter.
And he's like Altier's great nephew. Oh, but no, I haven't.
Kaiju Cat? No, Agamotto.
Like that emote. It's nice.
Keep your teeth together. You'll live longer.
It's nice.
I'm gonna punch you in the 3 dots. You keep
Looks
talking
amazing.
shit. You want to know what else looks amazing? You ever see Ronnie Applesauce the second time? See, Alex said to be nice. You're about to make me break out the secret weapon, and you don't want me to do that. So I'll be like,
Oh, you order a pizza?
mm-hmm.
Blank Man is a classic. I love that movie. J5 and everything.
That's almost up there with
I don't want to read
Handyman
it.
and the Tiny Avenger. Yo, J Trouble. God, you couldn't even make half those shows
Nope.
anymore, man.
No.
Or Vera DeMilo.
Excuse me, bitch. Toussaint Assassin, or new member. Thank you for joining.
Uh-oh.
What you gonna do?
Snipes.
Fucking hot.
I'm gonna melt. You know it's hot when the shadows melt.
I do not. Maybe some. What's that?
With the mystery man. I am the fork. I'm the bowler.
It's a blue Raja, okay?
Do not remember that.
Give me 2 red dice. you.
As long as they're not freaking blue. Been watching for years on YouTube. I'm finally part of the Twitch family. Well, thank you.
Wait. Let me get it right.
Yeah.
Hi, Kimmy.
Yeah, Kimmy.
I've been calling her Simon for the whole time. She's like, excuse me.
It's like, it's
pronounced
Kimmy.
Kimmy. I'm
I
like,
did that too. It's like, Kaimi. No, it's Kimmy.
I'm like, well, you never told me. And I used to get pissed at people who would see me say something in their chat from Europe. Oh, hello, Ellinger. I'm like, no, I'm not a poof. I'm not a crop dust. all right?
Linger.
If there's two L's, there's a different sound out
Yeah,
of
we
that.
just picked up an echo. Is one of the
Fluger,
camera?
Bill.
Yeah, the iPad camera, yeah.
Okay. Testing. Yeah, I don't hear an echo anymore. I think that was it.
Testing.
So what we need to do, though, I think, is turn it off across all channels.
Folks!
Fox is here. Now we can start.
Mattingly.
We all been waiting for you.
Round Rock Donuts.
Get that big ass donut.
We were just talking about that, getting the cinnamon bun that looks like a freaking car
Oh
seat.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
the
order
thing's only
one.
like, $3. I'm like,
Yeah.
huh? Diabetes in a box for under $5. What's lunch for 1,000, Jack?
Yeah, well, I mean, Texas purposely called shit wrong to piss off people from Mexico.
Or
The Rio
Marilla
Grande
Blah.
River. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? Rio Grande. Okay.
And chimichangas.
Yeah, Man Shack. What is the other one in town that they... Guadalupe.
The Guadalupe. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Guadalupe.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Gave me objectively that's almost as bad as going to like the Crystal Caverns, the most overrated attraction in Texas, next to Schlitterbahn. Albuquerque, like what? That's a bar bet. Most drunk people can't even spell New Mexico, let alone Albuquerque. Schlitterbahn.
Schlitterbahn.
Exactly.
You know that place.
Sounds like someone's been tubing down the Guadalupe.
Tortillas.
Albuquerque. That's like trying to spell Fort Huachuca.
You lost me.
Oh, if you ever
I'm
go
gonna
out to
open the
Arizona,
shelf.
you'll know exactly what I mean. I keep forgetting. It freaks me out every time you open that. I keep forgetting this thing also has a drawer
Oh.
with all the other shit this table does.
Make sandwiches.
It's
too.
like I can see him out in the pool out back, right? Table, I'm in trouble. Transforms, looks him out. Everyone gets one save.
It's funny. I actually have two models of each of these. One, a better painted example and a worse painted example. So, though the worst painted example on Sentry has its own merits. So let's see. So you could tell one of the Supermans is a little derpy. So I can have maybe Alex repaint that Superman purple for like Bizarro.
Yeah.
That could be Joe.
Me and Bizarro.
Joe, you're Bizarro. And then Sentry. Which one looks painted better? Actually, initially you think the Sentry on the left looks better, but I think more comic accurate is probably the Sentry on the right.
They just really washed the fuck out of the one on the left.
They shouldn't have done that
they
much
got that
washing.
300 look with the abs and
Yeah.
everything painted on.
Airbrush.
Sparta. Oh, dude, this best building. I need this in the next game whenever we play this side here.
Huh?
There are many
Like that
buildings,
building?
but I love those two designs on that building.
Oh, the little
Don't
cat.
remind
Yeah,
me
we
of
gotta
that,
show that on
Flippy.
camera when we get there.
It was a terrible
Y'all can't
movie.
see it.
I hated
No.
that movie.
Already told him, fuck everything else in this game. That's all I want right there.
All right, let me show you what he's talking about. You got rock, and you got a little cat. Who's what? Just flicking you off, motherfucker. What's up?
So you want some of this, bitch?
What's up? All right, well,
you
let
said
me
cat and
figure out
Min's
how to
freaking
fucking
out downstairs. He's now sort of,
He's like, you know another cat more than me? Heretic, die.
All right, sequence of play. So we got to figure this out. Okay, so Joe, let's just learn this game as an example. Me
Okay.
and Joe are going to fight each other.
Let's
Joe
fight.
is going to be Sentry, and I will be Superman. Because I always get to play Superman. Because it's my house. We're back to little kids. Okay, so I gave Joe that guy, and then you got that guy, and we'll go to the Zoom cam. So Joe, pick your version of Sentry. I'm going to pick my Superman. Well, that version of Sentry. All right. So this is supposed to be played on a 3x3. This is actually a 4x4. So let's see what the huge difference is. If I can get all the terrain in the 3x3. And then
Plastic Man? OJ should be Condiment Man.
yeah.
Yes.
Fuck it, we'll just play 4x4. See if that breaks the game. Okay.
Captain Puerto Rico.
Okay. Things you'll need: D8s. Let's split the D8s among us. So I've got 8 here, 8 here. You take these, I'll take these. Okay, so just to go over the cards real quick. So look at your card, Joe. Obviously, you got the name of the hero or villain. And then you got abilities. Let's go over the abilities. Characteristic. The first one is power, right? Power is the most important characteristic in the game. Power represents a character's capacity to act. The higher the power, the more he will be able to do when he's activated. It may mean he can move, attack, defend, or perform special actions. So the way you should look at power is like action points. So that's why I gave you 2 dice. If you will set the 2 dice to your power value, here's a 6 and a 4 equals 10. What's your your
10.
power? So me and Sentry, Superman and Sentry have the same power value of 10. Then there's a speed value. Now, the speed value is run, climb, dodging. There are 3 values, XXX. These values represent the distance in inches that the character can move when you spend 1, 2, or 3 power. So when I spend 1 power, I can move 4. What about you?
5.
Oh, fuck you. Sentry's not faster than me. What about if I spend 2, I get 8?
10.
What? I spend 3, I get 15.
15.
Sentry faster than Superman. Fuck you. All right. What about strength?
5.
6, baby. So strength is a measure of the character's physical power. A value of 1 in this characteristic indicates a normal human being, while a value of 4 indicates superhuman strength. This characteristic is most often used to interact with scenery elements and to damage enemy characters with certain melee attacks. The next one is called attack. My attack is 6.
6.
Okay. We equal attack represents the offensive capabilities. Numeric value is added to any attack roll the character makes. So I'm rolling 6, or I'm adding 6 to my rolls. You're adding 6 to your rolls. What's the size rating of your guy?
2.
2. Agility rating of your guy?
7.
8. I got better agility. This value is a representation of the character's reflexes and evasion. So you might be slightly faster, but I'm slightly better at dodging. Agility rolls are most often used to avoid attacks and dodge template weapons. Cool. Stamina, 12.
10.
Haha, I can go longer with my woman. Willpower rolls are often used to resist psychic attack. Oh, wait, no, that's stamina. Stamina rolls are used to avoid certain game effects and represent a character's ability to shake off debilitating injuries and keep fighting. Willpower, willpower 9.
7.
Oof. I'm better than you there. Willpower rolls are most often used to resist psychic attacks, partake in battles of will, or control psychic powers. Then there's the big level, the level cost of the character. My cost is 18.
16.
All right, so I have a 2-point advantage on you. Now, I don't have any cops or anything like that we can throw in. And I think in the DC miniatures game, it's unlike the Batman miniatures game. They're two separate miniatures game from Night Models, which is annoying, but okay. I don't know if there's any hero that's worth 2. So let's just play a lopsided game. Let's see if Joe can overcome, maybe with his rage and his good luck.
Do it.
See if Joe can overcome. So my affiliate is JL. What is your affiliate? Or if I don't even know if you have an affiliate.
Just
Maybe
crazy, the crazy
that was
people
an
in Marvel.
early version of the game, Joe. The affiliate loot is right here.
Oh, Avengers.
Let's say AV versus JL.
Avengers. Sentry wasn't on the Avengers team at one point?
Avengers.
He's probably
he's
helped,
a bad guy.
but he's like nuts.
Maybe initially he was on the Avengers until they realized he's a fucking nut job. And maybe
And Cronut Snow's insane, so.
Yeah.
maybe he went good again. I don't know.
Does the Superman have a CGI upper lip? I can't even.
Who hasn't been part of the Avengers? Gambit.
This one here, mon ami.
I want to be Gambit.
I bet you do, Shell. Sans ponte.
All right, so you could be, let's see, if you were Batman.
War Machine.
Oh, is there a War Machine?
Well, if there's Iron Man, I'll just dip him in.
Well, we're
Never
gonna we'll build a team with Alex and Ray next, but let's figure out how to play. So here's the sequence of play: fighting across the rooftops of Mandrapore, the dark alleys of Hell Kitchen, the haunted ruins of Okay, this is the Marvel one, but whatever, it's the same thing. We're gonna break it down into rounds in which players take turns to activate, move, and fight. During each round, the player should execute the following steps. When all players have completed the sequence, a new round will start and the process begins again. Rounds continue until the scenario goals are achieved. One player's team is entirely knocked out or removed from play, or until the scenario's round limit is achieved. Okay, we're gonna just knock each other out.
Slugfest.
So each round, so first is power phase, then the initiative phase, then the action phase, and then the final phase. So let's do the power phase together. Players distribute power counters to each of their models in their team, usually up to the character's power value. If a character is KO'd, power counters are instead generated as described on page 10. So power counters. Before anything else happens, each player must distribute a number of power counters to each of the models in his team equal to each character's power value. These counters are stacked on the character card as described earlier. Okay, so that I think is these counters right here, just the dice. So put 10. Okay, you got it. So just to show what that is, that's the power phase. Distribute power counters to each of your models in the team. Okay, so phase 1 over. That was super quick. Initiative. Before the game begins, each player takes a number of counters equal to the scenario's round limit, usually 6 to 8, and adds them to the opaque bag or other suitable container. Each player's counter should be of a unique color to him, but roughly the same shape, size, and weight to those belonging to the other player. They will be drawn out from the bag randomly to work out who goes first. Each player must begin the game with the same number of counters inside the bag. So let's just go 5 rounds, I guess. I'll be red, and you will be
Piss.
PP. So I guess I get 5 counters, right? Yeah. And then you get 5. And then this determines. So 5 counters and 5 counters. And they're going to go in the bag. Okay. So shake them up. At the beginning of each round, one player extracts a counter from the bag and shows it to the other player. The owner of the extracted counter will take the initiative for the round and must choose which player goes first in the action phase. If there are more than 2 players, then the owner chooses the order to activate. Players must draw a counter each round until the game's round limit is reached. Players must draw a counter each round until the game's round limit is reached. The same player should not draw a counter from the bag twice in a row. If there are 2 players, they should alternate. If there are more than 2, then take turns to draw a counter, moving clockwise. What does it matter who draws a counter? If for any reason there are no more counters to draw from the bag and you want to draw another for some reason, the game will automatically end. In addition, the game cannot last more rounds than initially decided or as specified in the scenario description, even if there are counters left to extract. So, if we're playing 5 rounds, I just put 10 counters in here. We're going to go 5 times no matter what. I could end up going first every single fucking time, but that statistically is going to be really hard to do, right? All right. So that's the initiative phase. Now, so these are very easy. Phase, power, and initiative goes pretty fast. Now, the bulk of the game, I guess, is the action phase. Now it's time to move and fight with your characters. We do this by activating a model one at a time, alternating between players until every model that can act has done so. Whoever was nominated to go first, the player with the initiative, must, of course, be first to activate a model. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw. So, I'm going to draw first. Here we go. It is. But do we need a setup? Is there? I think there's a setup phase.
You don't start next to each other.
Right.
He is right.
As you set up according to the scenario. Now, so let's just, Joe, you put your Sentry on that rooftop over there, and I'll put Superman on this rooftop over here. Cool. Cool. All right. So
that's where they film the room. On top.
Oh, hi, Mark.
I can't even.
Okay, go. That's where they filmed the room. All right. Drawing the first counter. Hey, oh, it's a Sentry. Sentry gains initiative. So, Sentry, do you want me to go first or do you want to go first?
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay. So, in the action phase, as soon as a character is activated, he may spend power counters to move and attack, and or use special skills and powers as explained later. Once activated, a character must use at least 1 power counter, although he does not have to use all of his counters in a turn. Once a character has finished his turn, play passes to the next player who also activates a model. Once every model that is able to activate has done so, the sequence of play continues to the final phase. So we just go back and forth like that. Passing on activation. Before any models are activated, you must work out if either player is eligible to pass on activation and how many times they may do so. The player with the fewest characters on his team on the game zone may choose to pass on activation a number of times during the round, allowing him to skip an activation to see what his opponent will do first. The number of times a player may pass on activation is equal to the difference between the current number of characters in the largest and smallest teams in play. A player cannot pass more than twice consecutively in the same round. Okay, well, since it's just one-on-one, we're fine then. Then we go to the final phase. Okay, so... all right, well, I got to go to actions because it's my turn. Joe nominated Superman to go first. The character's POW represents the amount of power counters the guy has to spend during the round. Character can spend these counters to perform various actions such as moving, jumping into the void, improving his defense, standing up, grabbing and throwing things, using special powers. In the last 2 cases, the POW cost will be indicated on the card. Okay. So it looks like my heat vision has a range of 10, right? So I'm going to try to set up my heat vision, okay? My speed, 4, 8, 15, depending on what we do there. So if that's 10, I'm going to get kind of, you know, within that. So... since it's just an example game, we'll just say that this is 10 inches away. And then What are we doing? I got to fly over here 15 inches. That doesn't do it. That's as fast as I can go. So I'm actually not going to be able to laser vision you yet. So instead, I will go 15. I have flight. Go there. Okay, I have to use 3 power to do that, to go 15 inches. So I go from 10 power to 7 power. Okay. Let me see if this little booklet here has any keywords. It does. Fly. The character may move in any direction, even vertically, to land on a higher or lower level of the tabletop. The character never takes damage from falling. In addition, the character gains +1 bonus to defense against melee attacks from models without the fly skill. Okay, so that's cool. There is something that kind of simulates how I can kind of just at any time levitate. Model might climb up or down, treating the vertical distance as double the actual measurement. The character must have enough movement to reach a valid position, such as a ledge, top of the wall. Okay, so then if I'm... I think because I'm changing elevation, that's going to actually affect my movement. So let me check that real quick. Falling, climbing, jumping into the void, walking, run. Or does flight completely negate all this? Because technically I could just slowly float down. You know what I mean? So I'll have to look at flight. A model may move in any direction, even vertically, to land on higher or lower levels of the tabletop. I'm gonna, what do you think? I think I'm just gonna say that it does require something. So, I don't think I can move that far. We'll go, we gotta go down 7. And then, you see what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense.
I would think anyone who can
flight-
climb. I think flight is direct, straight line.
In a single bound.
I think if something climbs then you have
That's
to go
when
down
you're
the
doing
building
it. Yeah.
But it didn't make any sense to me that Superman would climb down the building and then
Exactly.
That's more of a Deadpool thing.
I would just say it's a flavor fail. House rules. That's how it is.
I agree. I'm gonna hide behind the car. I don't know if Superman needs to take cover, but I'm gonna
Cars explode, bro.
see what it does. Or maybe I'm gonna go grab the car to throw it at him. Who knows what I'm doing? All right, so I moved there, and I guess I could keep doing things, right? So that's a movement action. A character can move in any direction. Blah blah blah. A character can move only. Make a maximum 1 movement action per round, unless a special rule. Okay, so that was worded poorly there, but you can. So. Many characters have special powers, which are what makes them unique in the world of superheroes. These powers are listed on the character card. So declare the power. If the power requires a target, you must choose a target, pay the POW cost, resolve the effects of the power. So there's a melee, ranged, cover, Here's cover. A ranged attack will always follow a direct straight line from the attacker to the target. If this line passes through intervening scenery and obscures at least 50% of the target's volume, the target is in cover. Only models benefit from cover, only models can benefit from cover, never scenery. Whenever a target is in cover, the attacker receives -1 to hit. All right. I am done. Go.
Gotta get that good zoom.
Let's go 15.
You want to touch this man?
Touch me. You touch me. Do you know I am?
Take it easy.
Oh,
His mom
yeah.
made that cake for him before she died.
All right. So that costs you 3 power, right?
Yep.
To move your full amount. And now you can perform a special, any of your attacks here. So let me try to point this out using my card. So the cost of each attack is right here. So for example, if I wanted a super punch, it would cost me 4. Okay.
You gotta be up close though, right?
Yeah, I mean, for my super punch, I think the range is a fist, and so I'm pretty sure the fist range, all that means is that yeah, you gotta be super close.
Is there a defined inch amount for melee range?
Yeah, I'll look it up. So let's see. Actions.
It's gonna explode.
Falling.
You gonna explode all over him?
Yes.
So some other things to note here. Green. These are basic special powers. They can be used as many times as you want, Joe. Blue is extraordinary special powers. These may only be used once per round, as long as you can pay the power. Then there's red. These powers may only be used once per game. They're unique special powers. So just
Is that where you're gonna blow up?
Yeah.
Although that's where you rip the S off your chest and wrap them in like
I am
cellophane.
going to attempt 1,000 exploding suns.
okay? Can I get your character card just for fun?
He's gonna blow up the Earth. He's like, if I can't beat you, I'm gonna blow up your planet.
So, that one.
Yep.
Okay, let me take it off this because the glare is too bad. 1,000 exploding suns cost 7 pow. Do you even have 7?
He has exactly 7.
You have exactly
should
7
only-
because you flew towards me.
You should only need it once.
Okay.
Fire everything.
And then damage 5, range 5. So I am within range. We got to look up what those symbols mean. But you're going to do the once per game, 1,000 exploding suns. This motherfucker's just going to fly immediately towards me and try to
There he is. Explosion.
blow up on me. Robert Reynolds, an asshole.
His name is Radon.
That poor horse.
Leonard Rip.
So this is net type. This. Let me see what kind of type
I'm not
of
gonna
attack
lie.
this is.
Leonard was doing work, yo, carrying his big ass all around.
It's a expansive wave attack. It's nat. Learning a game, learning a game. Nat and type. Nat and type. Nature, okay. The attack nature is a energy. The type is a
Fuego.
fire. Okay. So now I understand all that. Take it back. Okay, Sentry flying in to blow up on me.
OJ. See OJ explode. Explode, OJ, explode.
Okay,
beat him,
declare
Trevor.
which attack the model will use. Joe just did
Superman.
that. No. Declare which attack the model will
Oh,
use. Declare the attack. Just do it.
attack! Exploding thousand suns.
Thank
with
you, Joe.
thousand
Choose the
exploding
target.
Suns.
An attack must always have a valid
Superman.
target, line of sight with clear trajectory, but it's actually depending on its type below. You've got this one that's expansive wave, so everything within 5 inches, so you're good. Pay the POW cost, Joe.
I did.
You're at 0 power now. This step may trigger an enemy model's reactive or passive power. Only one of these can be used against each attack. This step may trigger an enemy model's reactive or passive power. Let me see if I have any reactive or passives.
Fly away.
Uh,
Go back in time.
don't see, yeah, I don't think I do. At this stage, the target may choose a defensive improvement. Okay, so on page 51, I can choose a
Did he
defensive
shoot his
improvement.
ass out of his chest?
After the third step of an enemy attack, a target may spend 1 power to acquire a defensive bonus. I will. So now I'm down to 6 power from 10. So this will last until my next activation. A model cannot acquire more than 1 defensive bonus at the same time. A model, if he has sufficient power, can change 1 defensive improvement for another by spending 1. So you can constantly switch between the defensive improvements. So I'm going to improve my energy defense by 2. And that's called evasive action. So I'm taking evasive action, improving my defense by 2. Now, resolve the to-hit roll against the target's defense. If the target reaction made it an invalid target, the attack misses. Taking into account the attack's nature. Each roll is taken independently. If the to-hit roll is successful, resolve damage and effects from the attack. Okay, so first thing we need to do is resolve the to-hit roll against my target's defense roll. So let's see how we do that. To-hit rolls. When an attack is made, you must make a to-hit roll, Joe. The method is always the same. Roll 2 d8s and add the total score to the attacker's attack value. No, Joe. God damn it. What do you think I fucking work 8 hours every fucking time setting these fucking cameras up? 6 and 2. What was your last roll?
11.
6. So you made a worse roll, yeah?
Yep.
So 8 plus your attack. We compare that to the attacker's attack value. What's your attack value?
My attack is 6.
Okay, so 8 plus 6.
But 8 plus 6 is 14.
14. Okay, and then we compare that to the appropriate defense value on the target's character card. So if we go to my camera here and we look at Superman, so we are looking at Superman's defense against energy. So my energy defense is 15. You said 14?
Mm-hmm.
So you just barely missed it. However, remember I did a defensive improvement of +2, so that would have been 17 is what you would have had to have rolled. So let's just pretend that you hit it. Can you roll again? Let's see if we can hit it on a second time. Oh, look at that. The logo went. Dude, what'd you get?
Got 11.
Leave it up there. Okay, 11. 11 plus your attack value of
17.
17. So you would have equaled it exactly. Now, can you equal it or does it have to be higher? If the to-hit score is higher than the defense value, the damage has been inflicted. So you can't equal it in this game. So you would have still missed. Overload. When paying the POW cost of the attack, the attacker may spend 1 power to overload the attack. For each viable target, there is more if there's more than one. Add 1 d8 to the total score for the to-hit roll. Only 1 overload dice may be added per hit, either an extra die or an additional overload effect of the attack. Some attacks have alternate options for the overload rule. So you would always want to overload, right?
He could literally only hit you if he rolled perfect.
Yeah. If normally, but if he overloaded, then that's easy, right? When paying the POW cost of the attacker may spend 1 POW to overload the attack for each viable target there is, if there's more than one. So, man, the Sentry's overload is insane because if you put yourself in the middle of like 5 guys, then for each viable target, you may spend 1 power to overload the attack. Add 1 to the hits, to the total score to hit. So let's see what happens if you were to overload it. I know you don't have enough for that, Joe, but roll for overload. No, roll all 3 dice. So this would have been an overload attack. So that's
Missed.
10 plus 6. So that would have been a
17.
16. So you would have missed. Damn. Okay. If an attack successfully hits the target, deduct the damage inflicted from the target's endurance. Okay, so that's your action.
Yep.
So from my understanding, that's the end of turn 1, right? Don't we have to draw a bead?
I believe so.
In red, I can't do anymore, right?
You can never do that move again.
Yeah, you can never do that move again, Joe.
Got
So
it.
you tried, and Superman was too fast, and he like grabbed your, I don't know,
Grab
neck
my
and
pee-pee.
started squeezing. Oh,
It's like, oh,
What?
stop it.
I grabbed your pee-pee. I don't think that's how it happened. All right. It's Sentry again, Joe, you lucky piece of shit.
Okay.
You want me to
do
go
I
first?
Reset
Or do you
my-
want you to go first?
Do I reset my power or no?
Oh, good question. Yes, I think you do, because technically this is power phase. So let's go to power phase, distribute power counters. That's when you reset. Then initiative phase, determine the order. We just did that. Then action phase. Do you want me to go first, or do you want you to go first?
Me.
Okay. Sentry, man, you had the opportunity to fuck Superman up hard, but Superman grabbed your neck and started squeezing. What are you going to do now?
Okay, I just reset my power, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to move closer.
Sure.
That's 4. That's range. I'm going to do Death Blow.
Okay. Death blow.
And then I can spend 1, right, to...
Yep.
Okay, so if you will read what Death Blow does, what's the cost of Death Blow?
4.
God damn.
It is red. I can
It is
only
red,
use
so
it
you're
one more
using
time.
both of your once per game abilities consecutively.
Yes.
All right. And
The Nat type is a shield
is a
DX.
shield with an X. Let me check
The
that.
type is a hammer.
Okay, shield with an X and a hammer. Shield with an X is physical. Hammer is physical. Blunt is what it's called. So you're doing a physical blunt damage, death blow.
Okay, it's 4 damage. Range is fist. And effects critical plus 3 damage, irresistible.
Irresistible. Okay, let me look up irresistible. What were the other things on it?
Critical plus 3 damage.
Wait. Critical plus 3 damage?
Mm-hmm.
Is that...
The effect.
We have to know what a critical is, right? If you get a critical, you get plus 3 damage? Is that what it means? Let me see.
Spaz, thank you so much for your resubscription. 71.
So, yeah, critical plus 3 damage and irresistible. Interesting. Okay.
Like me.
You are irresistible, Joe. Let's look up irresistible first, since that seems like it'd be faster to find. It is not. Irresistible. Ignore any resistance the target may have to the nature of damage type of that attack's damage. So if I had an inherent resistance to, you know, energy, physical, or whatever, you would ignore that. So I don't have that. Now we have to figure out critical. First things first, is there a critical keyword? No. So then what does a critical mean? Maybe on the roll? To hit rolls. Critical hits. When making a successful to hit roll, if 2 or more of the dice rolled score the same result, you have made a critical hit. Unless the attack you are using specifies its own critical hit rule, you add 1 point of damage. So if you can get some doubles, Joe, then you can add 3 to the attack. Here we go. Sentry. Wait, Joe.
Coach
not
Banks,
to-
thank you so much for your resubscription of 3 months.
All right, go ahead. Are you fucking shitting me? Ah, nice. So that's a critical. We got what? 12 though.
12,
Let's see if
so
it
18.
hits. So it's definitely a critical. Ooh, 18
With my attack.
I was going to. Okay, we didn't go through the steps. We didn't go through the steps. I would have boosted my physical, so I'll be fair, Joe. And I will go down by 1 power. My physical then would have gone from a 15 to a 17. So you successfully hit with a fucking death blow with a critical. So while I might have grabbed you and choked you, you fucking knocked my hand off and hit me with a goddamn death blow. So, which is how much damage unmodified?
4.
Then +3 because you hit the critical. So that's 7 damage. God damn. How much was that explosion gonna supposedly give me?
5.
Oh, wow. You can do motherfucking 12 damage right off the bat?
Well, not
It
well.
would
He,
take-
could,
it would
he
take
couldn't
2
pay for
turns,
it. He
yeah.
couldn't pay for it.
Okay. You couldn't pay for all of them. Okay, so that's a total of, what'd you say? How many
7.
damage? 7 damage? No fucking way.
Yeah, plus the 3 and then 4.
Oh my god. Let me see if there's anything else that I can do. So you did it to hit. Okay, so if an attack successfully hits the target, deduct the damage inflicted from the target's endurance. If the target endurance reaches 0, the model is incapacitated. If the model is not incapacitated, any effects associated with the attack must be applied immediately. Some effects can cause additional damage, special rules, modifiers, damage accumulation in the endurance bar. Each time a character receives damage, we go to this little bar here at the bottom. The amount is subtracted from the current endurance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Jesus Christ. What is +1 attack? Huh. So I guess when I'm in that band, I get +1 attack. The endurance bar is divided into several colored sections and denote the character's current damage status. As each new level of damage status is reached, various modifiers are applied immediately to your model. When the endurance is restored and the tracker moves out of one status zone into another, the previous modifiers cease to apply. In addition, note that character's endurance can never exceed the maximum displayed on the character card. So the gray zone is in good health and does not need to make KO rolls. If you get into the next zone, that's called the pale zone. The character is injured. At the end of the round, you must make a KO roll. And then if there's the red zone, which is the last zone, the character is heavily injured. As soon as their endurance reaches the red zone, they must take a KO roll, and then you must take a KO roll at the end of every round, and modifiers will also apply as denoted by a bunch of negatives at the end. So that was a really good fucking hit from...
I can never use that again,
Sentry.
so don't worry.
Yeah. It seems like Sentry has a lot more cooler, multiple powers, but I only have 4. How many special powers do you have?
4.
4.
4 total
Yeah.
on the top and the bottom?
Those are
sick.
those are like passive
Yeah.
powers.
Those are passive.
Void.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit me with a fucking death blow, so then I'm gonna hit you with my once a game. Should I hit you with super breath? Or should I hit you with push stun? Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm going to move with Superman, right? Because I'm gonna try to punch you through that car, right? So it cost me 1 to do speed 4. So I go from 9 down to 8 power for that movement. And then I am going to use my super attack, which is it's this red one, and it's 5 damage. It's a physical and a range 5/3. I think I can
How much
hit
does that cost?
3 people with it. It costs 5. So I'll spend that 3 and bring this 6 down to 4. And it has a push
You can boost.
6. Yeah, I will overload it. Thank you, Joe. And you will increase your physical defense, right?
Yep.
Did you spend 1?
Yep.
So you're adding +2 to the shield. What's the shield defense?
18.
18?
Total with the plus.
So your defense is 16 normally.
Yes.
Fuck. Gotta get 18. Alright. Alright, here we go. My attack value is 6. So 6 plus whatever I roll here.
All ones.
I didn't get any doubles. I was hoping to get a critical. So that's 10. That's 14 plus 6. 20. I just hit you with a 20. That's a success, boy. Woohoo, soups. So take a little counter. Go down 5 spaces on your counter. 2, 4, 5. All right, give me the counter and the card just so I can do it on camera, so we can show the example of what
So you got way more life.
it looks like. It doesn't it?
Well,
I wonder if
Sentry
that's,
respawns. That's the
yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, why is Sentry so fucking?
Sentry's last abilities. Once he's incapacitated, he respawns.
Oh my God, this is gonna be a harder battle than I thought.
Well, because yeah, Soup has more than double his hit points, but Sentry's got 2
1,
life
2,
bars.
3, 4, 5. I almost knocked him into the pale zone. Not quite yet. But see, that's scary. When he respawns, I don't think he's allowed to use his once per game abilities again, because that would be fucking insane. All right, but so that's what that looked like. There is, however, a push of 6. So let's see what happens when we do this push. Throwing you into the car. All right. Scenery is a type 2 car. Size is 3 to 4. DA is 0. And SP is 1 to 3. Structure points are assigned by players. So we'll do size point of 2. Structure points. So it's I'm going to say that has 2 structure points. Displace the target miniature directly away from the character along the trajectory of the attack X inches. The target miniature is considered thrown and causes damage equal to its size, but does then receive overwhelm damage. So let me simulate that. Question is, does getting hit through that car do any damage to it? All right, so the structure points of the car was at 2. Grabbing, throwing. Trace a line, but throwing for each stick form an agility roll. I can't find. It's not usually anything about like knockbacks into things, you know. That's like one of the first rules I would put in a superhero game. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know what I mean, knocking through things
Yeah.
that simulates Superman that we've seen in the movies, like flying through walls and shit. But as far as I can tell, it seems to work when you pick up the item. There's grabbing and throwing. See, if the scenery is destroyed, then you fall, and then you follow the rules for falling, and then the model is knocked down. But I can't find anything. Interesting.
It's odd.
Superman throws a SWAT van size 3. Superman chooses a point blank range behind Black Manta in a straight line. To affect Black Manta and Sinestro, he chooses to distribute 2 damage on Black Manta and 1 damage on Sinestro. Both models must pass an agility roll or take damage and become knocked down. That's like if I'm actively throwing it at you, you know what I mean? But I can't find anything if you've just been
Pushed into it.
pushed into it. Push X. Measure a dead straight line X from this model directly away from the attacker. If there is anything under the line, here we go. Place a model or scenery. Place the model in contact with the first such item. Both the model and the item take 1 damage. If there's nothing under the line, displace the affected model up to X away from the origin of the attack. Okay, so by rule, the car now has 1 damage. And I just threw you against it really hard, which fucking broke the car down to half health. So take 1 extra damage. That actually puts you in the pale zone. So now Sentry's in the pale zone, which when we read, you have to like roll at the end of every thing. Okay, so we got that correct.
Your moves also have push 4, even though it's not mentioned on your moves, because you have a keyword called brutal. And brutal says if this character scores a critical hit in a 2 roll for a melee attack, the target of the attack may also receive the push 4 effect in addition to the usual +1 damage. So it doesn't say on your moves, but I was looking with that weird keyword that wasn't explained on his. But
let me ask you this: resistance. Do you have the rules in your
I
hand?
have the rules up, yeah.
Can you look up resistance?
Yeah.
Because Superman has a resistance /2 to both physical and energy. So when I said that Superman doesn't have resistance, so that we don't have to worry about
Yeah, resistance says when this character suffers any kind of damage to the Y nature or damage type, it's reduced by X points. So the first thing is the type, and the the first one is the amount of damage it's reduced by, and then the second thing is what kind of damage it is.
So, if what's your resistance in your skill area?
He has no resistance.
None.
Okay, because I was about to say, if Sentry had a resistance of 2, that means that when I slam him into a car, it doesn't hurt him. It just hurts
as long
the
as he has
car.
resistance to that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have resistance to all.
Yeah, let me show you my card here. So this it says resistance 2, then it has the shield and the energy. So I don't know what the 2 means.
It's the amount of damage you take that you lower the total damage by when you take it from.
Really?
Yeah, it's X points.
So in that case, I would have lowered the damage from his death blow if it wasn't that special effect.
Irresistible.
Irresistible. Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you still did 7 damage to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I got that right. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got everything right now. Now we know how to play that. So you actually do take an extra damage, which means you are now in the pale zone, and it is the end phase, right? Yep. Oh no, I have 3 power left. So let me see if I can do something else to you, which would be fucking sweet. Yes, I can. I've got 3 power to do super breath. That's my once per game thing. So in addition to fucking hitting you with my most powerful attack, I'm gonna attempt to freeze you.
None shall stop us.
So it's energy
Crush the enemies
plus
of the Imperium.
cold.
Space Marines attack! Die, scum!
Supercharge.
Energy plus cold.
For the Emperor!
Or you know what? I better not do that because 3, I wouldn't be able to roll 3 dice. You know what I mean? Because I need to overcharge, I feel like. So instead, I'll use my heat vision, which is only 2. So I'm going to spend 3, 2 for heat vision, 1 to overcharge it. And that'll be energy and heat. And this only does 2 damage. It's penetrative, and overload pierce 3. So I did overload it. So it has piercing 3 and it's penetrative. Can you read those?
I'm looking.
Okay. Let's see if I even hit.
18, a supercharge.
Supercharged your energy defense.
So the way that it works is you can never have more than 1, but you can always pay 1 to swap the current defense to another defensive type.
Right.
So that's technically what you did.
Yeah,
because
because
there are corner
your
cases that may
defense-
come up.
So do you have 1 power to do that?
Yeah, he had plenty.
At 3.
Okay, and you went down to 2 to swap your defenses. Cool. Still waiting for penetrative and pierce.
It's not under common.
I've got it. Penetrative because I.
Oh, it's in DC maybe?
Yeah.
Because it's not in this one.
Attacks with this rule ignore scenery and cover bonuses. Line of sight may be required. If the trajectory passes through a scenery piece, that object will take damage but not block line of sight. So basically the laser goes through like lamps and shit. And then pierce is pierce 3. When using this attack, continue measuring the line of shot 3 inches beyond the target and it will damage any other target behind that. All right.
Card's going to die.
So 8, 10, 14. 14 plus 6, that's another 20 roll. And your defense was 18, which is fucking high as shit. But I'm still getting through it.
Your rolls have been really
good. So only 2 damage though.
And the car explodes.
That's right, because the laser goes through, it pierces him and then it hits the car. Now, let me check to see if the car has any kind of special explosion shit. Scenery destroyed. If the model is standing and it's destroyed, the model will immediately fall to the ground. No. As far...
Ooh, I'm liking this.
No, there's nothing like that. Unless you agreed to it before the game or it's like some scenario thing. Cool. I'm done.
New round.
So that ends that round 2.
All right. Your other keyword, cruel, is when you're in that, all your attacks deal 1 more damage.
Okay. Be nice if they put it.
Yeah. back of the card.
Oh, it does on his card.
Why
What?
not on mine?
I don't know.
It does what?
It says +1 attack, right? On the bottom of...
Oh, in my endurance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't say for his.
But I don't have that cruel.
Yeah, but his
No,
his
I-
says cruel instead of +1 attack.
Oh,
and it
gotcha.
was just like,
It
and
would've
so
been nice.
so I had to look up, like, I'm having to look up what all the shit on his card is,
Yeah.
because
Didn't put.
it's just like I don't know what that shit does.
Okay, we're drawing from the bag. Joe was supposed to draw from the bag the last turn, so I'll just let him draw from the bag now. Are you fucking shitting me?
Yay!
You just drew. You want to show camera? Sentry has gone 3 times in a row first. It's fucking bullshit. Okay, Sentry, do you want me to go first, or do you want to
I'm
go
going first. I'm gonna do Sentry Strike,
Okay.
and I'm gonna overload it.
Okay, I will take the defense.
Ooh,
You finally got a good roll.
Uh-oh.
damn.
definitely hit you.
Joe, can you leave the dice on there so that I can... again, I think we skipped what we were trying to do. You can give me an opportunity to
You're gonna boost.
boost.
You said you boosted.
You said you boosted.
I did?
Yeah, and you
Okay.
boosted.
That's right, I did. What's your roll again?
23.
Oh. What kind of energy, or what kind of damage?
Physical.
It's a physical. It's blunt.
15. I would have gone up to 17. 23 definitely penetrates. 17. How much damage?
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on.
Wait,
we
you have,
skipped
physical, you have physical resistance, correct?
Right. 1, 2, 3. So I go 3 back. Before we got there, though, Joe, when I put you into the pale mode, we forgot to complete the final phase of the last turn. So let's complete the final phase of the last turn. Final phase. At the start of this phase, the players have resolved all effects. Once all the outstanding rules have been resolved, it's time to check the victory conditions. If at the end of this phase, all characters on one team are incapacitated, stop stamina, actions. All right, you have to make a KO roll. Let's see how we do the KO. Knockdown. When a character is damaged sufficiently that their endurance enters a red status zone, the character must immediately make a stamina roll as described on page 11. Stamina roll. The roll is successful when the dice score is equal to or lower than the character's stamina. This is most commonly used to avoid being made KO when taking damage.
Well, he's not in the red zone yet, so this doesn't apply, right?
No, it does apply. He's
'Cause I'm
in the pale zone, and when you're in the pale zone, you check to see if you're knocked out either at the end of the phase or at the beginning of your next phase. Either way, Joe would have to test. So let's go ahead and test, but we need to figure out, what is it, 2 dice? What's your stamina?
10.
12? No, your stamina's 10, so your stamina's worse. Okay. At the end of the round, you must make a KO roll. All right, Joe, make a KO roll. Stamina roll is described on page 11. Do you roll? Are you wondering if you roll 2 dice? Yes, 2 d8s. Now, before you roll, if the roll is successful, if you do equal or lower than your stamina, and you said your stamina is 10. So if these are d8s, so you can fuck it up. Whew. You got it. You're good. So, all right. Continue as normal. You were going to hit me with a what?
Well, you have a physical resistance of 2, right?
Yeah. So it lowers that by 2 damage. I take 1 damage.
So he can only ever deal 1 damage to you.
Physically.
He has nothing else.
Oh, shit. That's what makes Superman ridiculous. You know,
He has nothing.
Sentry doesn't have heat vision like Superman does?
No.
No, I already used my 2.
Chat, somebody look that up.
The
In
two
the Marvel
badass
comics,
ones.
does
No,
Sentry have
only
heat
one.
vision?
You only have 1.
I used both of these already. I can't use them.
Oh, I know, but like you only have one thing that's
Oh.
not physical,
Yeah.
and so he would take less damage from all of them.
You're fucked.
Yeah, like he can't. He can only ever do 1 damage to you a turn, period. And that's if he spends 3. So it's like,
Spends 4.
Okay. Well, hey, we're fucking playing this out until completion. So you did 1 damage to me. What color was that one?
Green.
Green. So isn't that you can use that as many times as you want?
Yeah.
yeah, but he'd have to use all 5 dice, and if he does that, he can't block, and then he just dies.
So is that all you're gonna do right
That's
now?
all I can do.
For right now?
Can't do anything else. If I do
I don't know if you can do anything else or not.
I
You
can't
know
because
the
it says
rules at
lead.
this point.
I know.
Yeah, 'cause
it
this-
says lead kick. I could do that, but it's 2 damage. You ignore
You,
the
you
2.
ignore
so
the
what's
2,
point?
so yeah.
It's gotta be. Are you sure that's full? Let's look up resistance. again.
Because this is the Marvel rulebook. You can look up that one and see if it's different.
Okay. Sure.
So you have to know resistance is futile.
Yeah.
Resistance X versus Y. Why does it say X versus Y? When a character suffers that kind of damage of the Y nature, or damage to it is reduced by X points. Well, then that. So it doesn't get reduced to 1. Well, fuck. Then you're never gonna be able to hurt me more than 1.
He could technically crit and deal 2, but Soup has insane hit points. So in addition to having like insane,
Well, you would have to just get me. I think that's why this game is like this. You just have to get me into the knocked out area and then hope that I fucking succumb to my wounds. I think that's how that works. I'm not 100% sure yet, but okay. So you say you're done with your turn, right?
Yep.
All right. So I've already used my super attack and my heat vision. This time I'm going to go with super breath, and I'm going to try to freeze you, and I'm going to overload it.
Me too.
And you're overloading it too, okay. Super breath, really bad roll here. 6 plus 6 is 12.
Missed. 18.
You have 18, so missed. Well, that was my once a game super breath, so that's gone. I do have 5 points left, so I'll go ahead and do a super punch, and I will charge it. It costs 4. The cost is now 5 for overloading it. Super punch, here we go. Are you able to up your defense,
Yep.
right? Okay, so 6 plus, let's see, so that's 10. 10 plus 6, 16.
Nope.
Fuck! When I overload it, it's plus 3 damage. My damage is naturally 3, so that's 6 damage on a super punch. Superman is ridiculous. Okay,
That's the round.
that's the round. Go ahead and draw, Joe.
All right, let's
Oh, you're
see
seeing
that
if you're
yellow
knocked
shit.
out.
He
Oh,
is.
shit.
He's knocked down.
9,
knocked
10,
down.
11, 12. So let's see what happens during a knockout. This is a big part of the game. Okay. KO. When a model is KO, they suffer the knockdown effect. A KO model may not use skills that involve spending POW or rolling dice. The model also loses all power counters they currently have until they recover from a KO. In addition, the KO knockdown effect is all their defense values are reduced by -2 and may not benefit from defensive improvements. All right, so when a model is KO, they may still be activated, but they must first pass a stamina roll before they can do anything at all. If this roll is failed, the activation is wasted and the character remains KO. If the roll is successful, the model recovers power counters equal to their power value with a -1 penalty. So basically, you passed out.
Feel a little woozy.
That was at the end of the round, right?
Yep.
Draw a counter. This is the beginning of the, what, 4th round? This is the 4th round. Joe! Did you just
Did
roll
it.
another fucking... there's been 4 PPs in a row? 4 fucking... How did... That's insane. Okay, you get to go first. Not like it's gonna help you.
I'm gonna punch you.
Yes, you
Sentry
are.
strike. And I'm boosting it, so I'm using 5. $17.
You equal my defense, and I think we determined
That
that
is
you have.
not-
That's not enough.
It's not enough. Well, it is your turn.
All right. Super punch. Overcharging the super punch
Okay, boost
for
my
all,
defense.
half of my action points. It does cost me half of my action points to do. So, what is that? 11, 13, 13 plus 6. You're looking at 19.
Get past.
I passed it?
Yep. How many?
Give me your character card so I can show this on stream. It's 6. So you were on what?
That was at the very last right
This
there.
one? Okay, Superman just hit you for 6. 1, 2, 3. Boom! You are fucking destroyed. I just knocked you the fuck out. But this has an ability called Unstable. It costs 0 action points. The first time this character becomes incapacitated, he will return at the end of the next round in his deployment area. Well, wait a minute. Does that mean you return with fucking no health? It didn't say you get all your health back. It just says you return
I'm here, but I'm dead.
with 1 health left. Interesting. I guess we'll have to
What's that
FAQ
called?
that. Let's
Unstable?
FAQ it.
I mean, it's OJ. Come on.
FAQ.
Yeah, fuck you. Is he a lich now? Does he get bitches and stitches?
Updated PDF version 3 of the Marble rules can be found here, and it went to a dead website. Sentry. Released character updates. Void is now passive. Unstable is now passive. Unstable adds. Sentry returns with all red attacks unused and full endurance.
Yeah.
Classed as incapacitated for VP for the first and second time. He is reduced to 0 endurance.
First and second?
Does that mean he always comes back? Right?
No. First and second means that he's got 3 life bars.
Classed as incapacitated for VP. The first and second time he is reduced to 0 endurance. He's classed as incapacitated in terms of.
Oh,
like,
he
when
doesn't
you're
come
counting
back
event.
3 times. He just if something cares about a character's becoming incapacitated,
Right,
it counts
it-
twice. Okay,
right.
that makes sense.
But from what I understand, Unstable is now passive, which means he's always coming back no matter what.
No, just because it says the first time.
It says what?
First time he becomes incapacitated, he will return at the end.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, yeah,
so
so
that takes care of.
Yeah,
him
it takes
not
care. It
coming
takes
back
care of
the
it. He
first
has 2 health bars. He comes back completely fresh. He's on top of the building, and he can use his abilities again.
Okay, so that actually makes it a more competitive battle. So I knocked him out, Joe. If you will remove him from the board, and then he comes back at the next of his activation, I'm going to draw a
me.
fucking... If it's you... So I was just talking about that at the beginning of this game. It's like, statistically, how fucking difficult would that be?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
So technically speaking, he's not there this round. Do you want to skip this round? Because for it's a team game purposes, he has to be gone for a full round. So you just sit there, do nothing for
Yeah.
a whole round.
So what happens now is I have incapacitated him for victory purposes of what's your level? 16?
Yep.
And then so you can actually win if you incapacitate me once before the end of the game, because you would get 18 versus my 16. The problem is you would have to do it in a single turn, and I don't think you're capable of dealing that much damage to me right now.
No, I don't. Well, this is also going to be round 5 or round 4.
Right. This is round
It's
5.
five.
This is the final round.
Oh, so it skips. He's not even in this
Oh,
round.
you're not even in the round.
So you
Are
win.
you sure?
Yeah, because it says that in the beginning, at the end of the next round. So at the end of this current round that we're just now starting is when he comes back.
Okay, lay your model down right there, Joe. In front of my Superman.
Because you died.
You died, it did.
You come back, but you technically died.
So Superman has defeated Sentry. We have ended all fucking debate. Woohoo! What do you mean, Joe? You love Superman just as much as
But I
do.
lost.
Oh, I see. So because you weren't playing as Superman, it don't count?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Doesn't count.
So it's a bittersweet
bullshit.
victory at best.
All right, so I think that went kind of painful as we were learning the rules, but I think we now know the rules. So let's go ahead and form up a team. We have here are the people that we can choose from. I'll lay them out on the table for you guys. So Superman, Sentry. We've got Catwoman. We got Deadshot. We got Zoom. What is it? Reverse Flash. We got Batman. We got. Let's go into the Marvel universe now. We've got Doctor Doom. We've got Gambit. We've got. What else do we got? We got Ares, God of War. We have Nightcrawler, Star-Lord, Iron Patriot, which is Norman Osborn as Iron Man. We have Wolverine, brown and yellow version. We have Clayface. We have Drax. We have Nova. Miss Marvel. Rocket Raccoon. I think this is Big Barda. Gamora. So basically I have all of the Guardians of the Galaxy with Groot right there.
No Spider-Man?
No Spider-Man. I did not buy Spider-Man yet. And then I also have Darkseid, but the problem is I don't have his fucking stat card. He came without a stat card, and I can't find it clean on the internet to print. I did go on eBay and ask somebody that was selling it. I was like, hey, bro, can you open it real quick and look or take a picture of that card? He didn't need to open it because he's selling it used. Let's see if he's a true bro.
I was about to say.
I got
Thanos
no,
go
he
gray?
hasn't responded. Bummer. All right, so those are your selections. So because Alex and Ray had to wait so long, they get first. Those are Marvel
Well,
Marvel Crisis
I'm taking
Protocol.
first.
So
He ain't-
it's either
he
Alex
ain't-
choose or Ray choose.
He ain't
first.
Tony, but hand me the Patriot.
You want Iron Patriot?
Tony.
Okay, Iron
Because that
Patriot.
was gonna be if you don't get him right away.
Dude!
I know you wanted him, but I was like, but you know who my boy is.
Yeah.
So I had to.
So wait a minute. So there's one more. He's downstairs. I've got Deadpool.
I'll pass.
I'll say I had to get my Iron Man, dude.
So Iron Man is not Iron Man. He's Iron Patriot.
I'll take the knockoff. I'll take aluminum,
Norman
dude.
Osborn. And then Alex chose Doctor Doom. He's a level 11. That's pretty good. What's Iron Patriot's level?
7.
Oh,
Because he's like I said, he's not Tony.
no, yeah. Okay. Since Joe lost and I won, he gets next pick.
No, I'm gonna go Gambit.
I
Didn't
knew
see
you were
that
gonna choose
coming.
Gambit.
It was a question of were me or
Gambit
Alex
is
going to choose Dr. Doom
7.
first.
7.
But I know that's your boy.
All right, Joe. I think that because we fought, now we should be friends. So it's me and you versus Ray and Alex.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and pick again. So Ray, I think you chose first. Choose again. Start again.
Oh, we're gonna do. Okay.
Let's see what Miss Marvel's about.
Okay.
See if she got the power cosmic.
Let me check if she does. Miss Marvel. Unfortunately, it's not the Carol Danvers
it's not
version
Captain Marvel.
because she is more strong in that version. This is Carla Sofin. She's lower level, level 7.
I grabbed Ares.
Ares is also godlike, and he's a level 10, god of war.
Godlike, still 6 levels lower than Superman.
As it should be, motherfucker.
Oh,
Oh,
here
yeah.
we go.
As it should
Let's
be.
go with Batman.
Joe's going Batman. Now, Joe, the Batman that I printed out, he's the armored version of Batman. The Superman killing version of Batman, level 9.
Do you bleed?
And, wait a minute, I didn't even get my pick.
It just came around.
So
again.
I never picked the first time.
Oh.
So obviously you guys know what I'm gonna fucking pick. So
Soups
I'm
and
gonna go
soups.
soups, and then I need my second. Now that's an interesting choice. What should I go with second? Well, unfortunately, Darkseid can't be picked, but he's nice to look at. I'm do I want a speedster or Wolverine? Do I have Wolverine's card? Yes, tiny card. What is Dead
Got
Shot?
Deadpool downstairs.
Oh, Deadpool. He's
Okay,
he's
people
actually
are
the
dead.
lowest. He's a level 6. Fucking crazy. Yeah, I guess I'll get Deadpool. So I'll get Deadpool. He's downstairs. So I have the most powerful and the weakest. All right, Ray.
He's got 2 already.
Oh, you were gonna choose Deadpool?
No. I was going to choose Pulverine, but
Well, then grab.
no, because we
Wolverine.
only get 2 apiece because it's
Yeah.
4 models per team.
No, it's not 4 models per team. We're going to a point. Okay, so what's your point value total actually?
I have 21.
And then you have
14.
21 plus 14.
35.
16.
So let's try to hit 35, Joe. You have 16.
You're not gonna be able to do a Superman.
We're not going to be able to do, did you?
People I want are knockoffs. I was like, where's Jean Grey, damn it?
Yeah, we're at 40 right now, Joe. What are the 2 heroes you chose?
Gambit and Batman.
And Superman and Deadpool at 40. So we can give them 5 more points. Let me see who is 5 points, if that's a thing.
Or Ray can upgrade Miss Marvel to something bigger.
Yeah, if it ain't
Okay,
Carol.
so you have your choice between Nightcrawler is actually the lowest at 5. Like you can grab Nightcrawler, or you can upgrade Miss Marvel into somebody more powerful.
What's
They both suck. They're
No,
both
that's
7.
That's a 7. Okay.
They're both 7.
So you need someone who's a 12. Is anyone left at 12?
I think you guys snatched up all the power mongers. I just went with.
Yeah, I don't think that that's going to work because even if he upgrades, you're still going to have points left over, and I don't have any hero less than 5 points. So Nightcrawler is automatically recruited to your team. Is Ray? You want to grab Nightcrawler here?
Yeah,
Since
give
you've
me the fuzzy elf.
Looks like Ray has 3 low-level guys. Alex has the heavy hitters. And then me and Joe are kind of split. Joe's got 2.
We got a gambler.
I got 1 super heavy and a.
Come here, mon ami.
All right, let me go get Deadpool downstairs. Does anybody want anything?
Oh, I'm gonna need a priest. How high is Clayface? I don't know. He looks kind of stoned. Get it? Clayface. Sorry. Stone. Yeah.
Can we see your character cards?
Yeah. Cry with me.
Yeah, I don't
These
know.
3 suck. They're gonna be down in like a round. Oh.
You have nothing at all that can hit Superman.
Nothing. That's what I said. As soon as I looked over, it's like when I saw. As soon as he said Osborne, I was like, "That's not Tony."
Yeah.
I said maybe the armor still has decent stats.
Tony.
They've done it again. I was like, these guys are all just gonna have to pummel. Who's the weakest guy out here? Oh yeah, me. They're all gonna fuck up Nightcrawler.
Yeah, we can try to deal some damage to everyone else, but eventually we're just gonna lose to Superman.
Well, you know, that's how you know it's a DC plot.
Yeah.
Oh, so bad. Flippy Mr. Approved. That's all I needed to see. Should have got reverse flash. I reverse flash these guys all the time. I'm surprised they keep inviting me back, to be honest.
Do you have any resistance?
I'm resistance to bullshit.
Doom is resistance to energy, and that's it.
Oh.
I also have a million fucking keywords on these things, and I don't know what any of them do. I'm gonna look them up.
Well, obviously, in a straight-up fight, it's hard to beat Superman, but
Ray has nothing, and in his in
Nothing in my
characters can hit
inventory
Superman.
can even penetrate your defense.
all right. Well, here's how the game takes care of that, or at least attempts to.
I get a kryptonite tank.
You don't just go into battle to kill each other. That's not how DC Universe works. Instead, you do these scenarios. So Superman might be bad at, doing scenario-based shit, I guess. Mm-hmm.
So OJ stoned.
You're going down.
It's 420 somewhere. No, I was Baton Man when I was Dr. Gravity. Now, if I had my kick-ass character here, he'd be laying his whole city down. That gravity stick was doing God's work. It's Morbin time. Oh, Jesus.
We need Mobius.
Santi.
I am Rain. I got Batman and Gambit.
Here, take my card.
Explosion.
Explosions.
He's got a stick too.
Telling you, sticks OP, man.
Do you have keywords on your people you need to know what they do? Skills?
Skills, stealth, acrobat, agile,
Fly.
fly, phase shift.
Well, fly, you know what it does. Phase shift means you can move through anything.
That can go through objects.
Yeah, you just can't end your turn in a wall.
Overload.
Acrobatic, if this character scores a double 8 on a hit roll, doing a melee or range attack, the base damage is doubled. What'd you say?
Overload.
You know what overload is. You pay one more
Agile.
die.
Overload +2 damage. Okay.
When you overload, give us 2. Agile. This model can make
That's right.
1 extra movement action per round.
Okay, so
Ensnare.
that takes care of Nightcrawler and Miss Marvel.
I don't have it. That's a DC one, I think.
Yes.
Iron Patriot. Master Tactician.
Oh, that's at the end of this model's activation, make a willpower roll. If successful, you can activate another model immediately. This allows you to activate 2 characters consecutively, ignoring the usual sequence of play.
Metallic.
Metallic means you take 1 less from stun.
Strategist.
Strategist. This character may pass on an activation once per round, even if the controlling player has no passes remaining.
Scientific.
Scientific. You may reroll failed willpower rolls.
Woo! I'm gonna need that shit. And then, of course, we know what thermal vision is.
Yeah.
Like I
Thermal
say,
vision is
He's got a
better.
laundry list of skills, but again, that's due to the suit.
That just means anyone who's invisible or with stealth, you ignore all of that.
So there are 18 scenarios, so it's difficult.
So like Batman has the
choose.
ability stealth, we just ignore that. With
It's
the
like we
people
play D&D. I'm hiding in shadows. You think you're hidden?
Yeah.
I'm eating a chip so slow. I prepare to be invisible. Hi, Drax.
All right,
Damn it.
this will do the artifacts.
And relics.
Where is the car?
Sure, we got the one from the Street Fighter game. Where is the car? So that they throw it at you.
Okay.
Or Jubilee.
Give Ray your 2 miniatures, Alex. They start hitting at that corner, and Joe, you can have my 2 miniatures. Be careful. Deadpool has just recently been repaired.
Oh, your
They
boy
start
looks
in your corner.
badass, man. And Guitar Hero over here.
Okay. Now we gotta prepare that. Prepare the baggie. Prepare the draw bag. Where's the draw bag?
Should be on your side.
My drawback was picking bad characters.
Okay. It is on my side.
Okay, so Dr. Doom has Mastermind, so you will add 1 additional color for us and remove 1 additional of yours.
Ho! Okay, let me see how many.
We need markers as
6
well.
rounds. What do you mean?
For
Markers?
lives.
All right, I will give that to you in a second. So we start with 6 each because there's 6 rounds. Dr. Doom says no and subtracts 1 and adds 1.
Yeah.
So we have 5 markers and y'all have 7. Great. Okay. So the scenario is going to be the artifacts. Alien artifacts of great power have been unearthed, and several rival powers will stop at nothing to gain control of them. Now, 2 teams have appeared on... Oh, I'm going to read this once we start the stream. So victory conditions is 1 VP to the player for each artifact marker controlled. The victory condition is checked at the end of each round. 1 VP to the player who has the most artifact markers under their control. 1 VP for each enemy model incapacitated. All right. All right, I'm going to restart the stream chat, and then we're going to start from the beginning with an actual episode now that we know how to play. Let me give everybody markers, actually. So, Joe, you need how many?
I need X-Men and J out.
Nah, I'm not going to get it. Just a fucking marker to track health, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Whatever. So I just need one.
By the way,
You just need one.
Joe, I saw the dog earlier.
Because you already have
Yeah.
one?
Yep.
I wonder where's the other one. I had one already. Okay, I have two. Let me get Array. I've got. How many characters you had? 3. So there's that, and then blue. I'll give 2 blues to you to track their health.
That's right, Johnny.
Okay.
Yeah, because you got to count Alex twice.
Okay. We'll be right back, chat. We're just going to restart the stream, so all you need to do is refresh once you're ready. Let me get the camera on that bad boy team right there. And then this team over here.
Oh, so sad. I'm sorry, Alex. I apologize in advance.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's bad enough I roll shitty anyway, but I got 3 shitty characters to roll with.
Just don't get hit.
It's that simple.
Best way to avoid punch, not be there. Thanks, Miyagi-san.
So I'm going to move them here temporarily, but, you just make them kind of in the corner where Joe's are at when we get started. Okay.
It's misfits.
No, this is the Just Us League. You can't join because it's just us.
Okay, be right back, chat. Here we go. Just hit the restart button.